What's going on, everyone? Lorewalker here. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. And I'm going to be showing you, and this is going to be an ongoing trend. I'm going to try and get all of these uploaded back to back day-wise. But I'm going to be making a guide for the Celestial Tournament. So for those that don't know, the Celestial Tournament is a scenario right here on the Timeless Isles. In order to take part in said tournament, you need 15 pets minimum to max level. But it gets deeper than that. You need the right pets at max level, because if you have the wrong pets, then you're going to struggle. And this video I will be showing how to get through week 3 of the Celestial Tournament. That's just a week that's up whenever I got here. Your first clear of the Celestial Tournament on your account will actually give you enough of the Celestial coins to buy one of these 4 beautiful pets outright. As you can see, I've already got all 4 of them. So this video is to be it's informative to you guys. It'll take you 10 weeks to get all 4 Celestial pets. But with that being said, let's just hop right in. Now, I did jump into this scenario before recording this just to see who was up. And we have Sully the Pickle McCleary over there. We have Dr. Eon Goldblum, which is over there. And we got Lorewalker Cho over there. So we're going to start with Sully. Now for Sully, you want to have a frog with these abilities in your opening spot. Any frog really can do the trick, but I am going with the garden frog. You need Tongue Lash, Healing Wave, and Swarm of Flies. In the second slot, I opted to go for the Sandy Petrel pet. Also, you can get the garden frog through pet battles in Azuna, High Mountain, and the Jade Forest, so very easy to find. But the Sandy Petrel, I went with Thrash, Adrenaline Rush, and Liftoff. And then for our last pet, I've gone with Edgar, the Gilnean Raven. Now, this pet is only acquirable by Alliance, but all you have to do is go to Darkshore pre-Teldrassil's Burning and buy it from an NPC named Will Larson's. And it's a very cheap pet. But for this one, I opted into Alpha Strike, Call Darkness, and Nocturnal Strike. Now, I don't know if the bug has been fixed, but I've noticed it before. There is a bug where when you Call Darkness, Nocturnal Strike can still miss. I don't know if that's still in the game. But this is Sully the Pickle McCleary for the Celestial Tournament. So right off the rip, you want to open up with Swarm of Flies for socks. And then just Tongue Lash until you feel the need to heal. Which honestly I think I'm fine here. So I'm going to go ahead and Tongue Lash again. And we're going to... Honestly, I'm going to Tongue Lash again so I can heal on the undead invincibility turn, because that's actually smart. So as you see, Socks has done Unholy Ascension to us, so we are going to be taking increased damage. And you want to keep Swarm of Flies up. If you feel like you're about to die, just reapply Swarm of Flies beforehand, because essentially it is good chip damage. as you see, that was me just playing badly. I should have used Tongue Lash. So, if you feel like Monty's going to burrow, go Tongue Lash before Swarm. But Scratchy Throat is probably going to die here. Wow. Okay, we're going for the chip damage. Boom, boom. Oh, got the triple. So, yeah, getting the triple there was kind of lucky. So, next up, we're going to be bringing in the Sandy Petrel, a.k.a. Mine. Shout out to Finding Nemo if you get the reference. You get the reference. But we're just going to thrash until Monty dies. Because he can't really do anything to us. Now, unfortunately, he is faster than us. And that is a dagger. But oh my god, we're getting so unlucky. Hold on real quick. 309, 414. I'm going to do Adrenaline Rush to kill, so that way I am faster than Ricky. Okay, so now for Ricky, I am going to... We're just going to lift off. Okay, as you see, I am really bad at this, as I could have easily just thrashed for free damage. But Unholy Ascension has worn off, and Ricky is putting on his cutest face. However, this is where mine is going bye-bye. Oh my god. Yo, we are fighting for those ranges. Okay, so now that Edgar, our Gilnean Raven, is in, we are going to call Darkness immediately. And if your battle has gone this way up until now, you could honestly just Alpha Strike at this point, and the battle's over. Otherwise, you could go Nocturnal Strike and just absolutely annihilate him. But that is Sully the Pickle McCleary beaten. And now we move on to Dr. Ion Goldblum. So, for this fight, give me 1 second. The 3 pets you're going to want to use for this fight are Chrominius, running Arcane Explosion, Howl, and Surge of Power. The next pet you're going to want is going to be the Fell Flame. And for the Fell Flame, you're going to be running Flame Breath, Scorched Earth, and Conflagrate. And then for the last pet, you want to run Dark Moon Tonk, running Ion Cannon, Shock and Awe, and Missile. It really doesn't matter what you use in the other 2 slots, but Ion Cannon is going to be required. Okay. So, right off the rip, we're going to open up with Arcane Explosion, because Screamer is faster than us, but that still hits Trike and Chaos. And then we are going to Howl on Screamer's land, and then we are just going to absolutely obliterate him with Surge of Power. Just relentless annihilation. As you see, Screamer is dead, which brings in Chaos, who will unfortunately kill our Chrominius. So now we bring in the Fell Flame, aka Shard of Power, and we start off with Flame Breath, frame 1. Next up, we are going to drop Scorched Earth. Also keep in mind, crits do affect a lot of the outcomes here. And now we are just going to spam Flame Breath until Chaos is no longer. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, buddy. So Trike comes in, and we are going to conflagrate. Now, unfortunately, ranges aren't exactly favorable for us. So we are going to apply Scorched Earth before we die, if we can, but that's... Okay, so since we had the unfortunate range luck, we are going to start off with Shock and Awe to see if we can get us done. And now we're going to use Ion Cannon to absolutely annihilate Trike. If we don't get stunned. Don't stun, don't stun, don't stun. We are good. And Trike is no more. And that is Dr. Ion Goldblum. Now, for Lorewalker Cho, you want to start with a Sprite Hatchling. I'll use the Nether Fairy Hatchling, my little Merp, because I know that Merp is acquirable from pet battles in Feralis, versus the Sprite Darter Hatchling, which is acquired from as a world drop and is pretty expensive on the auction house. For Merp, you want to go Arcane Blast, Life Exchange, and Moonfire. Merp. Next up, you want to go Scourged Whelpling, which is acquired from a pet battle in Ice Crown. For Scourged Whelpling, you want to run Tail Sweep, Death and Decay, and Plagued Blood. And then for our last pet, you want a Flare Youngling, which is acquirable from pet battles in Hellfire Peninsula. And for this one, you want to run Blitz, Deflection, and Kick. Interesting setup, I know, but that's the team. So let us begin Lorewalker Cho. So right off the rip, you want to immediately start with Moonfire on Wisdom. And then Arcane Blast until Wisdom is no more. As you see, we got our Dragonkin buff, so this third one is what's going to kill Wisdom. Now Patience is in, and we are going to use Life Exchange because it's going to heal us back to full health while taking a decent-sized chunk out of Patience. It's the hardest hitting move we got. If you want, you could gamble waiting a turn, but you also got to think you're taking quite a bit of damage per round here. So we're going to do another Moonfire. At this point, you just kind of Arcane Blast afterwards until your Darter Hatchling is no more. And as you see, our Darter Hatchling is no more. So now we're going to bring in Little Cindy, our Scourged Whelpling. And we're going to Tail Sweep until Patience is no more. The broom is broke. And now we have Knowledge. Knowledge comes in. You immediately want to hit Knowledge with Plagued Blood. And then drop Death and Decay. It is going to get a Dragonkin proc here, so tough Twinkies. And then you want to just Tail Swipe until your Scourged Whelpling is dead. Feel free to reapply Plagued Blood if you feel the need to. Otherwise, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to apply it on my invincibility turn. Actually, no, we don't need to. We just win. See, if you're lucky, you won't even... Oh yeah, I forgot about the undead turn. That's Lorewalker Cho. You see, 2-pet strat right there. 2-pet strat. And now that this is done, you must simply defeat the 4 Celestials. So, me personally, there is come on, I gotta try and remember. Okay, I'm thinking, but I'm... How do I want to do this? If I remember right, I think it was little Big Z I soloed with. So, Mr. Bigglesworth is going to be our Crusader champion for this fight. Then you want to put the Nether Space Abyssal on, which you acquire from Prince Malchazar in Karazhan. Mr. Bigglesworth is a raiding with leashes reward. Most of the pets are not that expensive, so you should be able to buy them with relative ease. And then our last pet is going to be Barnaby from Island Expeditions. Barnaby can be bought on the auction house, so fret not. For Mr. Bigglesworth, you want to use Claw, Ice Barrier, Ice Tomb. For the Nether Space Abyssal, you want to just have Immolation Aura. The other moves do not matter. Barnaby, you want Jab, Dodge, and Tornado Punch. Okay, so Eula, I remember I was basically able to solo Eula with Bigglesworth to a degree, but you just want to start off with a Claw, Swipe, and Ice Tomb. This is a pretty patience-built battle. You block, and now you pass. Eula wastes her turn and is stunned. And now we claw. Just keep clawing because there's nothing else we can do. It's a gradual process, but it's a good process nonetheless. Little Bigsy does the thing. And as you can see, there is slowly starting to become a cycle here. Like I said, Mr. Bigglesworth invalidates Eula so hard. Just make sure you never attack into your own ice barrier, because you will always outspeed. And yeah, it's literally just rinse and repeat. The only time Eula is going to be able to really hit you is in this window right here. As you see, she's now getting her Dragonkin buff. Mr. Bigglesworth puts in just legendary work. If you do not have this battle pet, do yourself a favor. Because for this scenario in particular, Bigglesworth carries so hard. Oh, I screwed up. I should have put explosion. It was supposed to be explode. Whoopsie. It's okay. It is not the end of the world. I promise. So yeah, don't do what I did. Make sure you use explosion and not immolate aura, but at the same time, it's probably not even going to be needed. But this is where Mr. Bigglesworth is going to go down. Squatch. Squatch. Little Big Z is down. It's okay though. Unfortunately, I do not get my other ice tomb up. Okay, so if Eula is rocking 5 stacks of Emerald Presents, you want to open with Dodge. Because she is airborne, and you do not want to take that. Then, as she lands, hit her up with that good old tornado jab. Now that she's stunned, we just jab until she's dead. Yeah, for future reference, explode, not immolation aura. That was a mess up on my part. I apologize. Zhao. Oh, I had a fun strat for Zhao. I've never lost to Zhao in my life. Oh my god, what was the strat for him? What was the strat? Oh yeah, I remember. So for Zhao, yes, I have 3 unborn Valkyrs, and I've basically had weeks where I have used all of them in this scenario. But you're going to want unborn Valkyr, which is a very rare pet spawn in Northrend. It spawns in multiple zones, and like I said, it's a very, very good pet. And then your next one you want is Icky, as I have named him Needed, as he is very much needed. For the unborn Valkyr, you are running Curse of Doom and Haunt. Now, Icky, you want to run Black Claw and Flock. And then our last pet, because it does not give us a specific pet we need, we're going to bring in a Nukeable Mech. We're going to do the Go R410N Ultra Tonk just for the Ion Cannon. Essentially, this is just a backup nuke, so to say. So, also having multiple unborn Valkyrs gives you a bit of a safety net for if you screw up. So you want to start off with Curse of Doom. He is charging, he's charging. And then you want to Haunt. That really hurt. So now you want to bring Icky in with Black Claw. Black Claw is an incredible ability for this. And then a Flock is going to be the ability of play here. And as you see, he is absolutely about to get annihilated. He's wishing, but that wish will never come true. And that is Zhao, Cowfling of Nuezo, done. Which leaves us with Zufu and Chi-Chi. So next up we are going to do Chi-Chi. And we are going to go Core Fire Imp. A pet that literally everyone has. It's on the auction house for basically copper at this point. Like, if anyone's actually trying to sell this pet, I will be amazed. But you're going to go in with Rush, Immolation Aura, and Wild Magic. The next pet you are going to use is going to be a Rapana Whelk. Rapana Whelk is got from the Dread Waste pet battles. But really, any snail with the proper abilities will do. For him, you want to use Ooze Touch. You want to use Acidic Goo. And you want to use Dive. And then for the last pet, we will put another Rapana Welk in with the exact same abilities. Also, Core Fire Imp from Magmadar and Molten Core. Like I said, this pet is very easy to get, and you can find it on the auction house for absolutely nothing. Alright. So, now we are going to open with Immolation. Fair warning, Chi-Chi is a very healing intensive battle pet, so you want to be able to outdo the healing that he is throwing at you. So you want to go Immolation Aura, Wild Magic, swap to your Rapana Welk, and now you want to Acidic Goo. Then you're going to Ooze Touch. Very strong. Holy moly. You're going to Ooze Touch again. And there you go. Which only leaves the little lion. Our little lion. You are going to be bringing in a pet bombling as your opener. Pet bombling, you are going to want to run Zap and Explode. We are actually using Explode this time. You can get this pet from Engineering, but just like the Core Fire Imp, it is very, very, very cheap on the auction house. The next pet you're going to want to use is a Brilliant Spore. This pet, your only move we care about is Explode. The other two can be whatever you want them to be. And then the last pet we will be using... Do I have that one leveled, actually? I do. We'll be using the Sunfire Kaleri, which is from the quest Mastering the Menagerie, which I believe comes from the Draenor Garrison. This pet can also be found on the auction house, but if not, there is other pets who can do this pet's job just as well. But for the Sunfire Kaleri, you just want Predatory Strike. So, this one's going to be funny, I promise you. So, for this one, you want to Zap. You want to Explode. You want to Explode. And then you want to Predatory Strike. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you complete the Celestial Tournament. I will be uploading the other two rounds because there's two other scenarios you can get. But that is how you finish the Celestial Tournament. At this point, you are now free to leave the scenario and turn in your quest. If you guys have enjoyed this video, I know it's been a long one, but this is also a very, very intense scenario. Then do consider subscribing, and I will see you guys for the next video.